Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Unscripted Dad Life. Thank you once again for joining us. We are here with John.
Hello.
Justin.
Hey, guys.
And me, Kevin. Hello. Coming at you again, another episode. This is a huge episode. Probably the biggest episode so far all season. Do you want to know why?
No.
This is our halfway point of season 1.
Oh, I was like, last week I thought was
Last week was
killer,
amazing. We do have one more fan appreciation episode for this year coming, episode 20.
Okay.
So we need more questions from everybody. But this is our halfway point through season 1, and we'll start planning season 2 soon. So that's pretty exciting. Congratulations to all three of us.
Yeah, way to go, us.
Pat each other on the back.
I mean, we haven't been published too long, but we've been working on this for months before we ever started publishing. So
Ever since I've known you, it's all you've ever talked about.
that is 94% true. The other 6%, we talked about something needing to be resized for something or other, not in a gross way. Really quick before we do a catch up,
Where is this going?
guys, I heard something hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what you call a fish with 2 legs?
Oh, with two what?
2 legs.
Two
You
legs.
said that so confident. Wait, what did you say?
No, I thought I did.
I'm out.
A 2-knee fish.
Oh, a two knee.
All right. Yeah, 2. Yeah. Okay. So moving on. How are you guys doing?
Well, I was doing okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Let's start with Justin because I want you to hear something funny.
Okay.
So we found out recently, Justin,
hold
that
on.
you have a few extra people that you didn't know are listening to the show who you said,
You extra people? Oh.
yeah. So we should start with that. And then how are you doing, man? You doing okay now that we know that you're in trouble?
I'm not in trouble.
Oh,
Everything's fine.
he's in trouble.
What happened?
He's overblowing shit.
Oh, I'm not overblowing it, dude. John will agree, watch.
No, okay. So last week on the show, we talked about how I was going to have 4 grown men show up in my
Oh, yeah.
the Father's Day thing over at the in-laws' house. It didn't turn out to be what it was. When I showed up there, we walked into the living room, and my mother and father-in-law got this big window in the back, and there's this huge bounce house with a water slide and all this, and I immediately, as soon as I saw it, it had Ninja Turtles on the side of it.
Okay.
I cracked up laughing and go, oh, that's what it was. And then my wife and my mother-in-law look at me and go, what?
Oh,
And I
God.
go, oh, I saw the text message from you to you, and it's funny. They'll never get. And it's funnier so, we talked about it on the podcast last week, and me and John both thought it was funny that what if, I didn't explain the whole thing.
Yeah.
My wife, hears it all out, and she goes, I listened to the show, right?
Dun, dun, dun.
Uh-huh.
So she listens to the show.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I asked him?
So what's the problem?
No,
Now she knows that he doesn't love her.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that one.
Yes, you're the dick. No, she said it like, yeah, you're busted because I told her that I saw the text message on the show, but that she had a lot of good feedback and stuff, but I didn't know she was listening. She'd actually only listened to 1 episode, but she had some good feedback and stuff, and I was like, oh, which one did you listen to if you only listened to 1? She's like, I don't know, y'all talked about this and that and whatever, and then when she was giving me feedback later, she goes, you maybe you should plan because you lost your train of thought a couple times. I don't know if y'all remember that, 4 or 5
I do
episodes
remember
ago.
that. Yeah, you
there was
did.
one where I had crazy brain fart.
Dude, I think we all did that day.
I drove home.
No, not me.
and went,
That was perfect.
I don't think this is going to work out for me. My brain's not what it used to be. I was really bothered by it. And as soon as she told me, I was like, yeah, that was a terrible fucking episode.
Oh, my God.
But you know what happens? You need to have my train of thought. It is so big that it's pushed the hair out of my head to make room.
That's why I got a big forehead. It's like I have that. But...
Dude, my forehead goes all the way back.
Yeah.
So yeah, that wasn't as funny as I thought it was in my head.
So anyway, we've got my wife who listens now, which is awesome because now,
It is.
well, you can never say again does she listen? Yeah, she listens.
Oh, I never said that. I just asked.
That was
She's happy with
you. You kept saying she never listens, but you know what this means. In season 2,
We need a tagline.
no, yeah, well, we need that too.
Okay.
No,
And that's
for
it,
season-
guys. Thanks for listening.
No, for season 2, that sets up the all wife show.
That's true. Yeah, everybody's on board now.
See,
Yeah.
it's all coming together.
Cool. And then also I found out my sister, I don't know if she actually listens, but she's aware now because of our t-shirt posts and all that. So.
Yeah, I gotta fix.
How's that going?
My
It's good.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
So how about you? How's your weekend?
Yeah. I don't want to go first because I have something that happened,
Okay.
but I kind of want to leave that for part 2 of the show.
Okay.
So I'm gonna only give a half detail and then leave everybody in suspense.
Also, it was Father's Day weekend.
Yes, it was. That's what I was going to lead with. So it was Father's Day weekend,
and I got treated like the princess that I am.
Hell yeah.
I woke up, my family woke me up and had 3 gift bags for me. Each of them picked out something. My oldest got me a coloring book. That's one of the things I like to do to ground myself if I'm going through like a panic or anxiety attack.
Was it a theme or anything?
Flowers and succulents, because I'm super into succulents. And he got me like
straws?
this. No.
It's like cactuses.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, God.
Bad jokes, man. Bad
Yeah.
jokes.
Please stop.
Never.
And then a card game, which we have yet to play, so we're going to play that.
What game?
It's called Joking. And so it's
I
like
think we
some
have that.
sort of... Do you?
No, we have one called Joking Hazard.
You know what would be fun for you to play is the Doomsday card game. The Doomsday in a bucket.
I'm
I'll let
not
you
aware
borrow it.
what that is.
It's a lot of fun.
Okay.
You basically draw a card and it's a Doomsday, and then you have weird ass cards that you have to do to like survive it. And then it goes around like Cards Against Humanity. So whoever picked the Doomsday picks who the funniest was. And there was one, my dad, it was hilarious. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry. Way off topic.
What else did you get?
What else did you get? Enough about me. Back to you, Princess.
My middle son got me journal for calming anxiety. So there's no question that they know that their daddy is crazy, because they both got me mental health things.
Did they give it real soft like
Yeah.
I didn't crinkle the paper too much today.
What else? They got me some Reese's Take 5, because that's one of my favorite
Dude,
candies.
those are good.
Yeah.
Never knew they existed till
I
about a year
finished
ago.
them in like 24 hours. It's amazing.
Yeah, dude, that's a lot of fun.
My wife got me some socks that say Trophy Husband on them.
Nice.
And then one of the coolest things that she got me was she commissioned an artist from somewhere, I don't know where, to create a song about our lives. So it was like the karaoke bar, da 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 da, and so like it goes
No
through
shit.
like, yeah, it's really cool. I have the she sent me the audio file after I listened to it.
What?
Yeah, it's really badass. I loved it.
I'm honestly, like, as soon as you said she commissioned an artist, I'm really glad you went music, because my mind went right back to our other episode. I was like, oh god, don't tell me she recreated the naked guitar photo.
No, but actually, she so last Father's Day she commissioned a piece from an artist to put us as a family as like Pokemon characters. So we have that art direction, and it's on a canvas. So that's pretty cool. So
That's awesome.
So yeah, second time she's really outdone herself with
Oh
the
yeah, you can't buy that shit.
touch. Yeah, exactly. So
Those are the best. Like when you can't buy it somewhere, that's the best.
Hard agree. And then, so I didn't know what to do all day, and I felt like the expectation was like, hey, figure out what you want to do and we'll go. And I'm like, I don't know, man. You got me. So
We had a similar Sunday.
did you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I
Nice.
figured we'll take them to Nickel-Rama. It's a nickel arcade around town.
There's one
Yeah.
right down the street.
And so I figured we'll go there, and then we went
Right here.
to CC's Pizza. You know, I figured the kids will love everything, so we just did that, and then we played Fortnite the rest of the night.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Sweet Father's Day.
Pretty chill, yeah.
Nice. Ours were sick, but
Jesus,
This-
Boys,
yeah, it's been a month now. I'm kind of worried about him.
Yeah.
We went to the doctor and they're like, "Oh, it's just a viral thing. It'll pass." And we're like, "Okay." So no, the sweetest thing ever. I'm saying sweet, like it's weird. Anyway, so the youngest got really sick, so we put him to bed, and my wife is saying goodnight to him, and I'm out here starting to clean up the living room, getting it straightened up so her and I can eat dinner. And I just hear her yelling like, "Hey, can you come and help me?" And I hear my oldest laughing, like the real gut laugh. I'm like, "Okay, something funny is going on," so I'm going to go in there. And I go in there, and my wife is hunched over my youngest's crib, and her hands are in a cup,
Oh god.
and it's just overflowing of just, the
Yeah.
stomach or stuff. And shut up. And so she's holding that. My oldest is laughing his ass off because they think that coughing and burps and farts are funny for some reason.
Yeah.
That's the funny thing. And then you have my youngest who's still pretty sick. And so I start patting him so she could go and dump it out and wash her hands. And I'm trying not to look at the youngest bed because it's all over the bed and all over him. And the smell is just terrible. Not as bad as
for a
poop.
second.
Yeah,
Just
please.
a second. Okay, so you said that the vomit was all over the bed.
Yeah.
So you guys are aware that you guys can wash sheets,
Yeah, we did.
and your wife does not have to be a receptacle.
Yeah.
For
the
a while.
parent,
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I think it was like a
Just
green. I just let it go.
Let it go.
Yeah,
man.
dude, just like
listen,
Frozen. Let it go.
I
Right.
appreciate how strong she is,
Oh,
really. But fuck that.
Right?
I told you telling me about this earlier. I said I'm gonna devise like a little bowl that she can keep on her
On her belt.
and just get it out there.
Something, but it was.
Yeah, the
It was
instincts
bad.
are on point,
Yeah,
but
like her knee-jerk reaction was great, but hopefully
Was it?
she'll. Oh yeah, like she caught a lot of it. Like it was bad.
Yeah.
So she had good reaction there. So anyway, she comes back and she picks him up and she takes him to the restroom. And the oldest is laughing, and I'm like, nobody, this isn't funny. Brother's not okay. And he just kind of looked at me and kept laughing. I was like, nobody, it's not funny. Brother's not okay. And he went from laughter to straight concern in the blink of an eye.
Aww.
And then you could tell, just looking at him, that he was really all of a sudden worried about brother because he's not in his bed. I'm telling him he's not okay, which he understands. And he just started, he's like, Bubba, not okay? And I was like, no, buddy, he's not feeling too good. And he's like, in his little baby talk, he's like, check Bubba. Where's Bubba?
Aww.
So he wanted me to pick him up and take him to find him. And he's got this thing now where, it's the cutest thing. He always comes up to me and he's like, Dad, K, Mama K, Bubba K. And he'll pat you. Yeah. Well, and yeah, it started a little bit before then too, but he'll pat you. And then he'll come over and just give you a kiss and then walk away.
I was gonna say, I'll bet you at their age,
Cutest
that's
thing.
gonna really stick with them.
Oh, yeah.
Certain brothers like that.
Cutest thing ever.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, man. And I'm a guy that said the C word in public, so it's fine.
What?
Yeah.
Cute?
Yeah, I said
I
cute.
think outside of this table, you hang out with some rough dudes.
You have no idea.
We're cute. We're all cute. It's all good.
Well, I mean, we are married, so our wives definitely would probably agree.
Yeah.
I'm
that's
actually
exactly right.
dashing.
Well,
Yes,
I mean, that's true.
I'm the cute one.
You know, although we still need some more, we'll have to think of a different way to get your photo out there. Maybe we'll just put it to the Patreon.
I think we're
page.
like
Oh, we
10
not reached
short or
it?
something.
No, we stayed at 10 short, and we're 2 episodes past that now. So I think now we just go to Patreon if you want to see that.
Yeah, sure.
It's pretty epic. I'm not going to
People
lie.
see that photo.
Well, for now, until more people join, and then bam, you know, it's the internet. It might leak. Who knows? So that was the start of Father's Day, and then they made me this awesome card that I showed you guys, where it's, you know, Daddy's the shit, and they put poop emoji stickers everywhere.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
That made my day.
Awesome.
And then they found these stuffed dinosaurs from their uncle that they got 2 years ago, but now they're actually like carrying them around and wanting to sleep with it and carry it, and they've named them Bubba, and I don't remember the other one. But yeah, that was our Father's Day. Just, you know, not doing too much because the youngest
no
was
doubt.
sick.
Not a lot you could.
We just built, you know, roads for the Hot Wheels and messed around with.
Did you end up going to that car show?
Oh, dude! Oh my gosh! So let me complain about this shit for a minute. So we got to the car show, and I look it up, and it's in this big parking lot. I'm like, yeah, this is gonna be awesome. We get there, and it's a flea market, and I'm like, okay, that's fine, whatever. But they don't. Yeah, on 380.
Yeah, I know the one.
So we get there, and it's a flea market, and we're like, okay. But there's only one sign out there about the car show, about it was going to be this weekend. We're like, cool, where do we park? So we drove past it twice, and then we ended up parking in the right spot. We went in, and there's like no signage anywhere. So we ended up walking the entire car show looking for this thing, or the entire flea market looking for it, and we finally find it. And when we get over to it, there's like maybe 10 cars, and only 2 are worth looking at.
Oh, wow.
And we're like, all right, yeah. So it sucks. So hopefully, you know, but we are going to go to, I don't know if you guys are into cars or not. Ford has a Ford themed restaurant off of the North Tollway by like Spring Creek Legacy area.
Yeah.
We're going to go there because I guess they do some really big car shows, and it's all themed old cars. So we're going to go do that. So
That's cool.
that's exciting.
Cool. I'm sorry it sucked for you.
Dude, you know what? It was a straw. It's fine. I'm not worried
I
about
saw that a Mini Cooper won Best Import, though. So I think that's kind of cool.
In car shows in general?
And that car show that he went to.
okay,
Yeah.
cool.
it. I could see that because the Mini Coopers were the only ones worth looking at. Well, and the 67 Vet was just amazing.
Yeah, I guess. No, I'm just kidding.
But
67, that would be awesome.
oh, dude, it was so nice, dude.
Mini Cooper.
Yeah, no, the Mini Cooper was crazy. Like, they had a canopy that they could draw out, and it became like a mini camper. It was pretty crazy.
My dad was a really good car fixer kind of guy. He was like perfectly in that generation.
I think they call those mechanics.
No, he wasn't a mechanic.
Well, they are
he was
now.
a weekend warrior mechanic.
There you go.
Oh,
So he
so
was really good.
duct tape and wrenches.
And his boss at the time, who was my boss multiple times because I don't burn bridges for shit. I need to get better at
You really do.
that.
Burning bridges?
He was a rich guy. He owns like a brand new Corvette now, but at that time he owned a 67, 61, or
Oof.
66, 67 Corvette.
You got rid of that?
Beautiful. I don't know. I haven't seen it.
He
since,
better not.
It's been over a decade. But anyway, he's not as smart as my dad was, and he had my dad work on it on the weekends. My dad had it in the garage for like 6 months. And then once he got it set up to a certain point, I talked my dad into letting me drive it when we lived in Mesquite. And do you guys remember Ferris Bueller's Day Off?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember Ferris Bueller?
Yeah, I remember his day off. Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember when they left the car with the valet and the two dudes that worked in the garage or whatever, like, like jumping? That was me and my boss's fucking car. It was so fun to drive. It was scary, and I probably could have killed somebody that day. But yeah, I did not handle with care at all. Fuck that guy. But
yeah, I was like 10 years old at the time. So
But he doesn't.
no. Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, I should. I was in my early 20s.
okay, yeah.
So
I don't burn bridges, but I took this car. You're right. You're terrible at burning.
Listen to this, Chad. Anyway, sorry.
I now have a new mission for the week.
What?
Find Chad.
5 minutes. Oh,
find Chad.
Well, it's at about 15 minutes. And
Yeah, well, I'm not leaving.
Play on the bounce house at all?
yes. Okay. Thank you.
Please tell me you went in there.
I played most of the day, and it was really fun. I really enjoyed it quite a bit. And then we have my nephew, about a little bit about your kid's age,
Okay.
2.5-ish.
Yeah.
I just have a brain fart. Anyway, but he was like a blast. He's getting at that age where he's more talkative and more outgoing and all that kind of
It's
stuff.
so fun.
Yeah, so it's on the inside. I had a little water slide, so we climb up and slide down or whatever. It was so laugh. So anything I did, funny, that was fun.
Yeah.
But what I always find fun in those situations is similar to having 4 grown men in turtle costumes come over while I've got my brother-in-law and father-in-law there, because I'm like, yeah, let's go into the bounce house, have some fun, go down the water. So I'm gonna go get my swim trunks on right now. This is gonna be great, and then watch my father-in-law.
Yeah. So nobody else did it? It was just you, the only adult?
He got it. No, actually, my brother-in-law jumps in on that shit too.
Okay.
But he's still very kind of handle everything with care.
Yeah.
At one point, his son was going up the ladder, and he was kicking ass. He was no problems at all, but he was climbing up the ladder to go down the slide. And I had decided that I was comfortable with all of this, so I was doing like
endos and 360s.
I was doing stupid shit inside of the bounce house, and like, what's he gonna do, a cannonball? And my daughter is laughing at me on the side. I'm like, boo! And I do like a big like belly bounce. The whole thing shakes, and my nephew's like kind of, I think he jabs on a little bit harder, and I hear my brother-in-law go, "That's probably the last one he's gonna do." And he looks over at me, and I go, "What? What did you say?" He's like, "Oh, I was just telling my son that that's the last one you're gonna do." I guess so.
Yeah.
But then, so anyway, we had fun doing that. And then Sunday, my wife and my daughter got me a care package for similar to what you're saying. It's just an assortment of stuff. And when you were talking about all the candies and stuff you had in 24 hours, when I was younger, I didn't really care for sweets. But in the last 10 years, I'm so addicted to sugar.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, I totally recognize when I'm like, I need to chill the fuck out.
That's why you hang out with us so much.
Yeah. What? Because you're so sweet?
Yeah.
And cute? Yeah.
Well, no, because we're sweet. Yeah.
Wait, you said your wife asked if I have an addiction to sweets, right?
Dude, she did.
Yeah.
Because every time she comes back, there's like leftover sweets. Well, so actually, there's cake. If you guys, I was supposed to ask if you want a cake.
No, I'm currently in a loop of I need to fucking knock it off. But
I have diabetes now.
Yeah, so that's a maybe. Maybe does a cake.
But they got me Butterfinger, a Mr. Goodbar Hershey's thing. These little Oreos that are like it's as if the cookie got blown out and turned into cake. It's really weird.
Huh.
We got a giant box of them on our vacation. I was eating the hell out of them, but like all these sweets. And I was just at the end of that, like, I need to really knock it off and watch what I'm doing. And then I went outside Sunday morning to go check the vegetables out in the yard. And when I come back in, the box is sitting there. And I'm like, oh, what's that? And I was like, literally, I was out in the yard looking at everything. I was like, eating healthy. I need to knock this shit off. And I'm going through the box and I'm like, oh, Butterfinger, Hershey's.
Man.
And I took them all to work thinking that would chill me out, but I've had like 2 days. It's
wait.
It's a major problem.
Where is this at? I will come and save you.
Yeah, I've got a Butterfinger left if you want it, but I'm going to hide it from you before you get there tomorrow, I'm sure. So
I get there before you by an hour.
I was waking up and rolling over and grabbing a Take 5.
I mean, sometimes you just gotta take a break from sleep, but that's fine.
You ever see those videos? They're like memes where somebody's trying to demonstrate how to like take a gun out of somebody's hand or whatever, and then the joke is that as soon as they grab the gun, they're in heaven and they're looking around. And that's what I imagine. Like one morning you're gonna roll over for a Take 5, and you're in heaven. We gotta quit eating this way. It's bad.
Nah, it's alright.
It's not good for us. Anyway, I also
Did you just say you hope he dies eating a Take 5 in his sleep?
No.
That's what I heard.
No, I said that that's how it's gonna happen. Not that I hope that's happening.
He's just gonna roll off the bed or what?
No, he's like shit. We all do, is what I'm saying. I don't know. And
Three
then,
pieces of shit like you for breakfast.
Pieces of shit for breakfast. I keep seeing that picture of Tiger Woods hanging out with Shooter McGavin.
That's so funny.
So anyway, and they got me a little, like, I showed you a picture of the knockoff Game Boy that's got like 200.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Dude, that thing was pretty sweet.
I thought it was going to be a bunch of bullshit, like knockoff Dig Dug and stuff, but it's like the Ninja Turtles game, the first one where it's like, I don't know. So that was on there. And then,
by the way, Nintendo, if you're listening, it is a total legit, like, Game Boy.
No, it's a knockoff piece of shit. They sold it to Target.
You're going to have somebody knocking on your door.
There's knockoffs out there. It's fine. It was bought at Target, dude.
Okay, if it's at the store, then you're fine.
Yeah. It's not like...
Yeah, she didn't meet like a guy in a shady alley.
I would. After now knowing that she listens to the show, that's exactly what she probably did. Like, I'll teach him not to love me.
Wait, what? And then the Ninja Turtle, I guess.
That's pretty legit.
Like an action figure?
Action figure. Yeah, it was like the classic version that shoots pizzas out of its chest. It's pretty cool.
Nice. Awesome. Sounds like a great Father's Day.
And that's my story of father.
Well, happy Father's Day, y'all.
You too, thank you.
30 fucking minutes later, you shut up. No, I'm just totally kidding.
We went around in a circle.
Oh, the other thing I got was alphabet book that the boys like reading through, but every letter is a different hockey player.
Are they at least the first letter of, like,
well,
A represents Aaron, B represents...
it's either their first name or last name. Not Moose.
Moose.
That's a good one, though. You really should read that.
I was telling her today about your kids not knowing how to spell now because everything is M.
Oh, yeah, because everything is Moose.
Kevin likes pictures or books with pictures.
Do you know how much easier they are to understand? Words are hard.
That's true.
Especially when there's like 4 or 5 letters. You know, you could have just said, "Hey, can you mute me while I put this down?" Now everybody's gonna go deaf because you just slammed them on the desk.
Slam it. Sorry, guys.
There went the other half of our listenership.
What do we?
What is that? What is that called? Viewership, listenership,
listeners.
Yeah, thanks for listening.
Oh.
Thanks, listeners.
All right, yeah, thanks. Sorry, you're deaf. What was your question? How are we doing on what?
Yeah, what are we doing? What's on the docket today?
Dude, we've upgraded. We're gonna take the cup of truth from last week instead of the envelope. So the cup of destiny has made its return.
Cool.
Wait, what are we calling it?
Just called it two
Destiny?
different things.
You know what? It's something. We don't know what it is. It's just like our...
This is why I just
Harry
referred
Potter
to the envelope as the envelope.
Yep, the
and
cup.
the cup as the cup.
You know what? So one of y'all can pick. What do you want me to
Are we going through a bunch of them?
Just the one to start off like normal, because we're the fans have already got they got to wait till episode 20 for more. But this is from the fans still. We just didn't get to it last week, so we'll just slowly go through.
Want to flip a coin?
No.
Dude, I'm telling you, we are going to get Rock'em Sock'em, and that is going to be how we pick.
I almost bought.
I'd rather not.
Rock'em Sock'em.
What, some Rock'em Sock'em? You don't want a Rock'em Sock'em fight?
John is averse to fun.
No, I just want you to pick a question.
Okay. So me?
Yes.
Too late. I already got it. You know what? After what your wife said, I'll take care of it.
What did she say? What do you mean?
You and John need to shut up and let me talk.
Oh, yeah, no, okay. Actually, before we get to that,
let's get to
I
that.
should go over some of my wife's feedback.
Yeah, it was pretty epic.
You were a great storyteller.
Oh, yes.
Obviously. But she feels like we kind of overshadow Kevin. We need to make way to let Kevin talk more. And I said, no, he's totally cool with being in the shadow. It's fine.
Yeah, okay.
Actually, it's the truth is we're talking about things that kids are doing when they're older, and mine aren't that age yet. So
no, that's
now when we talk about memory lane and old stuff, then dude, I'm going to steal the spotlight.
Yeah.
Actually, I am the spotlight because
it's gonna be cool with our kids. Apparently,
I mean, two is more than one.
He's got 3.
And you're outnumbered by both of us.
She had another piece of feedback that I'm trying to remember what it was.
So she said that I'm the talent of the show.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, you pretty much
I
carry.
mean, that's what I heard.
She's like, hey, he's the one that talks about depression,
Oh no.
his history, and his testicles. Do you talk about your testicles?
I know,
Speaking
sometimes I'm like, oh, God, I really need to shut up. People are going to find me depressing.
No, I think everybody's going to find you confusing.
Were you about to ask
He
about
says
his
he's
testicles?
depressed, but he sounds like he's having a great time.
Oh, yeah. That's
mean,
it. Don't even get me started on that.
Yeah. You weren't about to ask about his testicles, were you?
No, I was. How are your balls doing?
Oh, God.
So I still have 2 of them. I got to say, I got it's 2.5 now. The hematoma is probably about the size of a nickel.
Is that better than it was last time?
Yes, because it was like a walnut before.
And you can walk around all right? Have you got
sort of.
feedback about this?
I still have to wear a jock strap almost 24/7.
I'm just gonna watch episode 10 and now this one where our viewership goes from 60-40 women to men to like 30, 70 because
All the reviews just say like more testicle content than I expected.
yeah, too many balls.
But hey, listen, I appreciate you asking.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was gonna ask offline.
No,
You know, I
it's
forgot to ask you how your Father's Day
No,
was,
I
and
think
did
our
I ask
fans
both
are
of you
curious.
about balls?
Well, it got brought up.
His
Listen,
well-being.
listen. The rules of the show: if you bring an item up in stage 1, you got to close it out in stage 3.
That's good storytelling. That's what it is.
Exactly.
And he's
All right, let's get to the question because
the manly man you are. You should be happy that there's 7 balls on this table. All right, go ahead. What's the question?
you're assuming we only have 2.
Like I wrapped that up just nicely. Oh,
Yeah.
hey, good point.
Yeah, you don't know.
Anyway.
We could be packing a little extra junk in the trunk.
I just like that we've drawn this out. John's anxiety is up here just for you reading the damn question.
Is it really?
Yeah,
I mean, it is right here, and it's a long one.
Oh, I see words in there.
That's usually how questions come in, is in words. All right, so this question comes from our favorite fan, Anonymous. Dude, their questions are pretty epic.
like 4chan Anonymous, or
No.
No, for real, Anonymous. I don't even know.
Was Anonymous the one that asked the fucking 100 hippos?
No, that was
Corbin in
Yeah.
Atlanta, I think.
Yeah.
From Atlanta? Is it Atlanta?
Okay.
Yeah. All right, here we go. I don't even know what this word is. Are you more or less patient in general since having kids? What's this patient? I don't even know what that word is.
Patient.
Yeah, what the fuck is that? Get it?
Oh, I get you.
Yeah, no, all right.
So your answer would be
Oh no, I'll tell you my answer, but I don't want to go first.
go for it.
No, because then you guys are going to be talking, and your wife's like, "You didn't let him talk again."
no.
I'm assuming that's
why
what
you
your
should go
wife.
first.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why.
So I can take the show, and you guys don't get to talk. All right. So first of all, I don't have patience, and
Just at all.
at all. I don't like to wait at all. So now that there are kids around, I think I'm getting better at it. I still don't have much, but bonus, there's 2 of them. So if one of them is being calm, I don't have to wait on him. I'll just skip over to brother, and we're good to go. No, I do think I am getting a little bit better. I mean, I don't know. Let me think on that for a minute.
That brought up a good question, or a question that I have. If you try to impart some wisdom
Uh-huh.
on one of them and it doesn't take,
Yeah.
do you go to the other one and like shake up your strategy or anything?
Well, okay. So here's the truth to that. No, it stays the same because they look alike. So 5 minutes later, I don't remember which one I just said it to. So it's safer just to say the same thing.
Okay, I like that.
I have may or maybe not told the same thing to the same kid multiple times, thinking it was the brother, and then my wife coming over and like, you told him that already.
I can just imagine the conversation between your
So
boys when they're like late teens, 20s, and
Like one of them is obviously going to
like,
be
no,
like
he told us that all the time.
Yeah.
No, he never told us.
one of
that
them's
once.
obviously going to be the
Oh, yeah.
golden child.
Yeah,
and the
yeah.
other's going to be the black dude. Like, I just got talked to all the time. you never did anything
Dad
wrong.
never really
I mean,
had
that's
much of
true.
a relationship with me.
Yeah. No, it's but yeah, I think I'm getting a little bit more patient. It's tough when they're fussy and crying, and I am trying to like walk that back because I mean, you can only take so much. I mean, it's really hard. For those of you who have kids, you'll understand. If you're gonna have kids or planning to have kids, or you will have one soon, you'll understand soon what I mean. But it's when they're yelling and fussing, and it's just about the simplest thing, and you get upset because you're like, dude, just put it on. It's not a big deal. That's where I've noticed the biggest change in my patience is just like, okay, obviously he doesn't want this. Let's figure out what he does, and then let's just go that way. So it is like that. Or if they get upset about cars or not wanting to go to bed or wanting to watch TV, whatever it is, it's like, okay, dude, I'll give you a couple more minutes and then we're gonna go.
Mhm.
But I mean, yeah, to that extent, yes. But outside the family, oh fuck no.
Oh, you mean like just people on the street?
It's people in general. No, you get zero patience for me. But the kids, I'll do a little
I need
bit
an
more.
example.
Yeah.
I don't like to wait.
Yes. You
No,
said
no,
that.
stop acting. I don't know. Yeah, no, anything like at red light, I'm ready to go. It's just like let's go. Like if you message me on the phone and I message you back right away, and I have to wait like 10 minutes, I'm like, nah, fuck you. Obviously, it's not that important.
Yeah, that explains why you show up at my desk 5 seconds after, or no, he'll pop up at my desk and he'll be like that link that I sent you. I'm like, you sent me a.
Oh yeah, no, that is because I'm sending it because I'm on my way to you to ask you about it. It's not because I didn't get a response.
Oh, okay.
It's just because if I come ask you, you're gonna be like, well, what does it look like? So it's just like I'm preempting my walk over to you.
Okay.
It's me announcing that I'm coming so you can get the entrance music to start playing, but you have yet to do it.
What do you think your entrance?
Glass breaking, obviously.
Oh.
Wait, why?
Stone Cold Steve Austin, like that's
Oh,
like,
yeah,
the
yeah.
most iconic entrance music.
I mean, I thought
I can see
more like Undertaker.
2 beers. Just I don't know what you said. I don't remember.
That would be epic if we could do that. I would do that at
We
work.
talk about Stone Cold a lot on the show.
No, this is barely the second time. Don't exaggerate.
Yeah. Now Chuck Norris on the other hand.
Yeah, he gets mentioned way too often.
Yeah.
What about your patient?
I would like to consider myself a very patient person. Certainly after my kids were born. Now, you're laughing because I know we've worked together, but there's like a work me, and then there's like...
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm laughing because
That's a
getting
good
the
one.
question. I can hear your toes tap, and you're like,
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Get to it.
That is where I draw it out a little bit because I'm fucking with you.
yeah.
But that's just because I know you're like me and you're like, God damn it, just read it.
Yeah, no,
But
that's
yeah,
cool.
no.
Yeah, we just talked about patience and...
Yeah.
You know, you think it's funny that I'm ready to go on.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That's
But yeah,
hilarious.
no, I have, after working with you, I've seen you deal with it. I've seen all of us deal with our particular clientele.
Yeah.
And it's like people.
Right, yeah. But I would say, like, with my kids, I have a very, very long, drawn-out string of patience. It's not a big deal. You know, I always have to, well, I don't have to remind myself now, but, like, before when it was, like, when I just had the 2 boys and they were, like, 3 and 1, I mean, that was a handful. And they're going through different personality changes and, like, learning about the, you know, how big their feelings are. I just have to remember they can't communicate like we can. I think there's this expectation that, like, hey, like, I'm thinking logically, all you have to do is put on fucking shirt.
Oh my God, that's the worst.
But it's not that to them. It's like
Oh.
they're used to, like, this schedule, and, like, this isn't the shirt that they wore yesterday. They need to wear that. So it's like, okay, like, pick your battles. It's fine. It's not the end of the world if, you know, they wear a shirt 2 days in a row. It does remind you. It does make you a patient person. But there is, for me anyway. But there is actually some science to it as well. Like, your brain can only take so much, and it's if I recall correctly, and somebody correct me if you want, but, like, especially with new moms who've, like, just given birth, they can only take so much of the crying because there's something, like, biological that, like, hey, I need to get up and take care of my baby.
Oh yeah,
That spans like, you know, centuries of evolving. So it's the same thing for dads, albeit I'm not, you know, I don't want to say as attached, but, like, I don't see, like, the big hurry to go if, you know, my baby is crying versus, you know, my wife when our baby is crying.
That's interesting because there's so many, like, different schools of thought on that too. I feel like I've heard the people that are like, no, just let them cry, let them cry.
Yeah, self-soothing. Yeah, we did that.
Yeah, did it work out? You think? Because I feel like it's got for some and not for others.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
Yes and no. It worked when we were trying to do sleep training, or if they'd wake up in the middle of the night, we would just let them fuss themselves back to sleep. That worked after about a week.
Mhm.
Outside of that, no. Like, you just go and help them. It's faster.
Yeah, I think that's what
Because we have patience. That's why we do it the fast way.
Yeah, let's just get this taken care of and soothe the child, which, yeah.
I have a feeling I know what your answer is going to be, but I want to see if I'm right. So go
No,
ahead.
go ahead, judge me. What do you think?
I think you're like, yeah, dude, I've got so much patience.
No, actually, I'm the total opposite.
Holy shit, I was wrong.
Yeah, no.
Who are
was
you?
thinking about this. I think it's one of those things. You know how when
Yes.
I'm going to put this in weird terms on purpose. Certain things that happen in society, there's kind of the question of, was this happening before cell phone footage? Because I find myself super impatient with my daughter sometimes, and to the point where I feel bad about it.
Mm-hmm.
And immediately my brain goes, was I this impatient with everybody before? Or the fact that I'm, like, tapping my toe, waiting for her to do, let's say, get dressed, whatever, the common thread, but, like, was I always this much of an impatient prick? Or
Yes.
is she making me more impatient?
Right.
But I think with adults, with grown-ups, and just people on the street, I have patience to the point where, like, my wife kind of gets frustrated with me. Like, I think I mentioned it when we were talking about me driving up the mountain the other day. I have this mental thing where if somebody's waiting on me, I start to spaz a little bit. Like, I got to get the hell out of somebody's way. I'd rather
I get that.
have to wait on somebody than somebody.
I get that.
Yeah.
Like in line at, like, the store.
Yeah.
Like, if you drop your change, you're like, oh my god, I can never come back here again.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm going to call your bullshit right now. You'd rather have nobody waiting on you, and yet it took how long for the logo to get?
Yeah, okay. Well, okay, here's
He
my
brings
answer
up
to
a
that.
good point.
I tried so hard to not be involved in this podcast.
No, you didn't.
You fucking forced me.
I didn't force you. It's not my fault your going rate was a penny. All right.
Say it.
It's not my fault your going rate was a penny.
Wait, what? Yeah, maybe.
So you bring up a good point about
People waiting on you, not you waiting on them. Sorry, I totally stole the shit.
no. About like sometimes you're impatient with your daughter, like getting dressed. Like, come on, hurry up.
Yeah.
I will say I've never said "come on, hurry up" more times in my life than after I had kids.
I'm glad you finished the sentence that way. I thought you were going to say you never said it.
No, absolutely. Like I remember, and it happens all the time.
Holy shit!
I went to go take the kids to school. Yeah, it happens.
You will.
I was taking the kids to school. My older son got in the car, strapped in. Boom, he's good. I'm strapped in. Boom, good. I look around like, where's my middle son? He's outside writing his name
Just fucking around
on my on my window because it's I guess the dew or whatever. And I'm like, oh my god, get in the car.
Yeah. Yeah. So I was the one to when school's still going. I was the one to get my daughter ready for school, and then we go. And that or any other time really, if it's like we're supposed to be getting ready, we got this whatever to do. I'll like, hey, go to your room, get dressed, make sure you brush your teeth, all that kind of stuff, and she'll get like. I think that's part of it. As being a grown up, I know that the tone of somebody's voice says more than what they're saying sometimes.
Uh-huh.
So if I'm going, okay, I need you, if that's the tone of my voice, fucking go.
Yeah.
She will, yeah, all right. And she'll just kind of mosey. She's like the mosiest fucking kid I've ever met in my life. I love you when you listen to this 10 years down the road.
Damn, she probably listens to it with your wife.
She will, if she's on track and I'm like, okay, she's going that way, I'll just go take care of what other business I gotta do.
Yeah.
I'll go do that. If there's a cat in her peripheral, she will just fucking sharp right, go over and like, what are you doing? What are you doing? She's like, I got a cat in me. Go get ready. Go get your like.
She sounds like me and you.
Yeah, she's my worst enemy. It's the best. I love her. She's great. I'm just kidding. I love her.
This is fantastic because now I'm picturing this in my head, but then I'm thinking back however many
anxiety heightened just talking about it because I'm picturing her just that sharp right to the cat. Sorry.
Well, no, you're fine. But then I'm picturing her in her patience, and she's out in the softball field picking grass.
That was the other
so
thing.
obviously she got that from you.
Yeah, and what's funny is like the parents on the softball, everybody's very cool. Like that team, there wasn't a whole lot of shit talk that we heard out loud about each other. I did hear the coaches when we were all ready to leave one day. I heard one of the coaches say something like, "Okay, kids, I hear you talking about some of your teammates," and I'm like, my ears perk up. I'm like, "Oh shit, is my kid talking about somebody or somebody talking about my kid?" And so when we drive home, I'd ask my daughter about it. So, who's been talking smack? She was out of in the clear, but then she'd be like, "Yeah, some people say I'm kind of slow." I'm like, fuck, nobody has said this to my ears. I've never heard this before.
Right.
But yeah, you should speed up a little bit. Like you should act like you give a shit.
Yeah.
That was just a suggestion.
No, but really, how did you react? What did you say? What did you say to her?
Most of those words just in a friendlier tone.
Yeah, I gotcha.
You know what? Come to think of it, I think my patience is about to be tested because we're starting to do the potty training.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a whole thing for us. I don't remember it too clearly, but I do remember being like, just go. We've been here for 45 minutes.
Dude, seriously. At bath time, though, our youngest is like, oh, it's a giant toilet. Here I go.
Yeah,
like,
that's fun.
Cool.
Too.
All the time. Like, it's funny because it's his routine. So we're draining the bathtub. Older brother gets out first. He has to for some reason. So we're like, okay, fine. So little one helps move all the toys and get the bathtub cleaned up. And then as the water's almost drained out, he's like, TT time. And he turns and he faces the drain and he squats down. And he's just like, ugh, and then it just full stream every time. Every time. It's the best thing.
Let it go for the sake of not.
Well, I mean, it's in the bathtub. What's the problem?
True, yeah.
I mean, it's not like it's going to go anywhere. It's just going down with the water.
Okay.
It's just a giant toilet he stands in instead of stands in front of. Yeah.
Wait, we talked about the Oreo method episodes ago.
Dude, all right,
Cheerios.
yes, we have Cheerios.
Cheerios.
Come on. I would never pee on it, Oreo.
Sorry.
No, yeah, we haven't tried that yet. They're still getting to, like, it's not clicking with them. They need to tell us that they need to go before. They tell us after.
But you do it once.
So
you gamified the whole thing.
Yeah, but here's the problem. They'll see the Cheerio in there and they'll want to eat it.
Even if it's in the toilet?
Well, yeah, because it's just Cheerio.
Okay.
And they eat Cheerios for breakfast, so why not? So
not out of the toilet.
Well, not out of the toilet,
Yeah, like,
but
how are you feeding your kids Cheerios?
in a big bowl of milk. No, they don't understand that that's what that's for. So
The toilet?
yeah,
I think
that's
for fun
that's the
experiment,
point.
Before our next show,
Yeah.
you should make the.
Well, they only have one toilet they can
Tell them.
reach. They only have the one toilet they can reach.
That's fine.
It's their little training
you
toilet.
sit them down. You go, hey guys, this week we're gonna do a fun thing. You know those Cheerios that you love so much that you don't eat out of the toilet, right? We're gonna throw those in the toilet, and you gotta get some corn. Try it.
But also, I just want to put this out there. There's no rule that it has to be Cheerios. It can be anything.
You know what I find funny is the guy with no boys is telling us how to potty train.
No, I just like
boys.
It's a lot of fun.
So you have no basis if this works or not.
It's why it's an experiment, so you can report back and tell us.
So that way when you have your second kid that's a boy, you know what to do and what not to do. Your wife listens to the show.
That's true. We ain't having no more kids.
I'm sorry, what? That might be edited out. I don't know.
All right, so you are impatient outside the house.
Yeah, way
But
impatient.
patient with your kids.
Sometimes to an extent, depending on what they're doing.
Okay. Justin, you are impatient everywhere.
No, I'm more patient with strangers outside of the house.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I'm impatient with my daughter.
Isn't that what you said?
To her.
Yeah, sorry. I got that mixed up. So you're more patient with other people due to your own feelings about people having to wait on you.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, I get it.
I think so.
Okay. But impatient with you.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, trying to paint me as a prick here.
No. I'm just
I don't
trying
think
to wrap
you
it
need
up.
any help from us.
I'm just trying to wrap it up so we can get to the next part of the show.
Oh yeah. What?
Well, no,
I'm
hold
not
on.
done, I'm not done wrapping it up.
Apparently, John's not here because he hasn't answered yet.
No, he did. He was the first to go.
No, he wasn't.
I already answered.
No, you didn't.
Okay, so.
Because I want to know, were you more patient with your first, second, or third, or did it grow?
Oh, okay.
So he hasn't answered yet.
He did. I'm sorry. I'm shit.
I didn't answer per kid, but I would say there was a natural climb of patience as the number of kids grow. So just think of like a chart.
You
So,
turn into a Zen master the higher you go.
yeah, but also
Nice.
like a lot of pharmaceuticals help. So I'm just gonna throw that out there.
And Benadryl got me through my third kid.
So yeah, I would say my patience grew per child.
You said something during your memory here that sparked something in me that I didn't get to say last show that I want to say real quick.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope that I'm not the only one that has had this happen, but a lot of these questions we're getting from our fans has been nice because after our show, I rethink about it later on. And it's like, holy shit. Like, I don't think about these things before, but now that they're being asked,
for sure. Yeah.
like, I could tell you now, I'm a way different dad now than I was 11 weeks ago,
Oh wow.
12 weeks ago, because it's things that I'm like, that our fans are bringing up. You guys have been talking, and it's, I don't know, it's really weird, but I am appreciative of that.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
It really makes it a different outlook. So I'm curious if anybody listening, if you're having the same thing, like, have we talked about anything that you've been like, man, I never thought about that? And then you think about it and then you've changed your thinking or it's more in your head. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know the right word, but
No. Like,
have you guys had that since the show?
No, I'm a model father, but
Well, I mean, you're,
And a great coach.
yeah.
yeah,
But
and a princess.
the experience that I can relate that is Ted Lasso. Like the show Ted Lasso made me want to become like a better person in general.
That's cool.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
like that's, but as far as like the show, I can't really say that it's had like an effect on me in that way. But I do appreciate the different anecdotes and things like that.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'll put it this way: I'm a huge believer in communication is key. I think having conversations about these kinds of things is ideal. Like it's so important, growth in general. Anyway, it should kind of apply that to everything. But I'm a huge believer also in it takes a village. So much bullshit.
Have twins and you'll change your mind. I honestly don't know how we would have done the first 6 months if we didn't have as many people as we had helping.
Well, it sounds like you had a healthy support system.
Yeah.
Holy
I'm
shit,
sorry,
did we ever. We lucked out. We did.
Right.
Like, we had my mom here for 3 months. Her mom came for 3 months. And then we still had people bringing us meals. But it's that's a big difference, too. I mean, I guess we could touch on that for part 2 if you want.
Sure.
Because I don't know how it is for having just one kid at a time. But for us, it was, I would imagine for you guys, it was, your wife is up every 3 hours. She has to be. Just for, feeding or whatever. For us, it was, we're both up every 3 hours because she's got one, I've got the other. And then 3 hours, we're doing it again. And that 3 hours is really 2 hours. After they go down, they fall asleep, you get 2 hours. And it took us 2.5, 3 months to figure out that, we have a third person in the house. One of us can sleep an extra 3 hours and get 6 hours straight. And then someone else gets it, and then we just rotate through. So somebody gets to sleep. And then again, I have kudos to my wife because she didn't get that. She 3 hours. She had to be because of feeding.
Right.
But when it was her time to do that, she would just do her the pump or feed, whatever it was, and then go right back to bed. And then, the mom and I would take care of the two and put them down and all that. So is that like for you guys, what happened? Because that also helped, teach your patience because you're going off no sleep. But what was it like for you guys with just the one? Were you up every 3 hours? Did you get to rotate? Like, how did that happen when you guys came home from the hospital and you were like, oh shit, we're at home. We don't have the support.
Yeah. I'll let you go first because I got 3.
I'm gonna save this one for. I'm gonna save these ones for next.
You're in it right now.
Oh yeah,
that's true. You are.
For sure, yeah.
He's like, oh shit, are you?
So for our first, it was very much a partnership, 50-50 on both of us. And so the little guy would wake up, she'd feed him, I'd change him, we'd go back
every
in.
3 hours.
Yeah.
So you didn't do the rotative 6 hours one?
No,
okay.
we were both up.
Every 3 hours?
Yeah.
It's rough, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. It's tough. My second child, work only gave me off 2 days, and my wife started a home business, so she was barely off for a week. And so we were just trying to, come up for breath, for being underwater. And so we did a similar thing, she feeds, I change. But then it got to be, where we were both having to get up super early, her for her business, mine for my work. And that was a pretty tough time in our marriage and our family, to be honest with you, because we just didn't know how to handle that. And then with the baby right now, I mean, it is what it is. I sleep trained her, so she's sleeping through the night. I watch her during the day now, since I'm a stay-at-home dad. Before, when I was working, I wanted, because her company headquarters are in Ireland.
The people.
So she has a really generous maternity leave, 26 weeks off. And
damn,
so, yeah.
That's great.
So literally half a year. With that comes, a little bit of, you're not getting 100% of your wage.
Right.
But I mean, that is a lot of time off. We weren't used to that. So, we had a discussion hey, what are the expectations? Because you're going to have this time off. I think I got 2 or 3 weeks off myself. Where do you want me? How can I help the best? And she's like, well, honestly, I just think it's in the, in the evenings. I'll just take care of the feedings and everything all night. I'm off for half a year, so I'll just do that. And then you take care of her, more in the evening, and we'll just do that. So it changed for each kid.
I wish American could. That'd be awesome.
Well, okay, nice. Hold on. I got 3 months.
Did you really?
Paternity leave?
Yeah.
Oh,
I got a week, which I was working where I work now, but
yeah. No, I got 3 months, and it was. I mean, honestly, we needed it.
Oh yeah.
If it was one kid, I don't think I would have taken 3 months because we would have been like, okay, yeah, we've got this. But with the two, even at 3 months, I was like, oh, dude, still dead.
Was this your company knew you and loved you and was like, you've got 2, you're gonna need the extra? How was this this was policy for fathers? No,
it was a policy. So I got 3 months. You could take it all the way, or you could not. And then they did the same thing. You didn't get your full pay.
Yeah.
But again, it was during the COVID time, so it became more anyway. So, but yeah, I got 3 months. We definitely needed it.
Awesome.
And that's going to lead me to a part 2, but I want to hear for you when yours were, if you can think back that far.
Yeah, it is.
Because I know you're up there in age now. You're the oldest one.
True.
Yeah.
It is hard for me to remember the infant ages. For me, that or getting up in the middle of the night and all that.
It was 11 years ago.
It was almost 11 years ago.
All right, think back. Think back when you were 40.
My wife also got 3 months. I did. But I think we did what you were saying. We both got up in the middle of the night. I think my wife would probably go, that's not totally. I think if I remember right, she did more than me. Obviously, she'd get up. She had to do breastfeeding. There's no reason for me to get up, but she pumped in the middle of the night. And then I remember going to the other room feeding our daughters. I don't remember doing the 3-on 3-off kind of that whole thing. But yeah, it was a huge, amazing thing for my wife to be able to get that 3 months off because she could actually focus on that kind of thing. I know about moms now they get 3 weeks off.
Yeah, that's not nearly enough.
It drives me nuts to hear something like that. And then hear people talk about sorry, fucked up. Da, 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 da. Well, when the companies are doing that kind of thing, nobody's fighting back against it. We're gonna have a.
Oh, dude, look at France. They straight up pull out the guillotines again. They're like, no, we're changing stuff for workers.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. I haven't. Yeah. And apparently that's been going on for weeks and weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't understand why the business side of things don't seem to really care about it. We've been having this like we're like family shoved down our throats for years in all directions from our companies and all this kind of stuff. But no, fuck. Like when it comes down to it, if you take more than 3 weeks to bond with the next generation of people, like that's insane to me. But I guess we gotta get out there.
We gotta make some profit.
We hear constantly like we gotta look out for the children, but nobody fucking fights for more than 3 weeks for a mom to bond with their new child. Like especially like, and then we see these mothers that haven't got it figured out for years and years, and they have to do certain things because but the fucking society never gave them an opportunity.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Sorry.
So the point is to dust off the guillotines.
Yeah.
Bring them out. Start a revolution.
Who you starting with?
Great, now I gotta take that out.
You're very passionate about this.
I could tell.
I really am. I think a lot about it.
Yeah.
Especially for somebody who's not going to have any more kids. I really, actually, I think that really says something about it because, like, this won't, having nationwide time off would not affect you at all, but you still feel very passionate about it because, like, you want others to be good. You know what I'm saying?
There's good reasons for it. There's good like, okay, part of the reason that I am pretty adamant about the one and done thing, and I feel like I could easily get a lot of heat and somebody go, oh, come on, you're asleep.
I've got ice if you get heat, don't worry.
I feel like I really mean it when I say we hit the lottery, like we hit the jackpot.
Sure. Yeah.
She's fantastic. She's healthy. I see a future for her. Everything's great. I feel like the money that we're making is really good to support a child and two adults really well. Focus on her. I have like a fear in me of like, what if we have another one and they're not healthy? Like we brought another life into the world because I wanted to. No shade to anybody who's got kids, but for me, that's how I felt. Is like we're good. We did it. We did what we set out to do. I don't want to risk bringing another person in the world that's gonna struggle.
Right. I get it. You knocked it out of the park. So boom.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm gonna finish because I.
Do you want to hug?
Maybe later.
I'm hugging you right now.
That's. Wasn't expecting that.
She said.
Gonna be a lot to cut out of
what
this.
What other fun things can you bring up?
No, I mean that was
I
really.
I sit all day and think about this shit.
No, that was about it. Like I was just kind of curious how you guys handled whatever it was we were talking about before you went off on your tangent.
Yeah,
we really got into that.
Yeah, we didn't even.
And it's funny, he went off into this tangent, but his patience level is still. Obviously, we need to revisit that part.
I will at least to contribute to that particular part of the conversation. I do have like very very sweet memories of waking up in the middle of the night, dead tired, and done with all like I can't focus.
Like what did we do?
There was a little bit that was like this is also new to me. And I have all that anxiety, that regular shit. And then I'd take my daughter into her bedroom, and we had that little rocker that was in her room, and all the cool, cute little stuff that we painted on the walls for her. And like I'd just sit there and quiet, and I'd try to feed her. And she'd cry, and she'd finally quiet down. But I remember that was like really sweet to have a moment with just her.
I've never slept so good in a recliner as I did when I household.
Oh, absolutely.
Did you draw?
Don't fudge no. I censor myself now. Like, did you guys notice that? Oh, fudge no. Yeah.
Did you say fudge?
I did. Yeah. Yeah, no. So we've never dropped them yet, and they haven't really had any serious injuries or anything. But no, it was just sitting back and reclining and just holding them. And at that point, you're so scared. Like when you're a new parent, you're very scared of falling asleep with them.
Oh yeah.
So it's like, holy crap, I'm not falling asleep. I'm not falling asleep. And then eventually you're like, okay, nothing's gonna happen. You end up falling asleep. It's not a lot. It's like
sleep with her
it's like a 10-minute cat nap, and then you're all of a sudden you're awake again. But no, we never dropped them. But that was honestly the one thing I remember. Of course, it was really recent for me, but that was probably the best part about them being little babies. I think honestly, this is kind of what I was talking about earlier. Is some of the questions make me rethink things and think about why I'm doing things the way I am. I think it was last week we had the spoil our kids question.
Yeah,
maybe 2 weeks ago. But I realized over Father's Day why I do it. And it's because I love watching the joy they have.
Oh, for sure.
So it's absolutely. I want that because it'd be fun to play with them, but to watch them like, oh my God, this is the cool, like that is why I spoil because of that. But it's I don't know, it's different and I love it. But I don't remember what the question was. So did I answer the question?
No, we're good.
More or less, you're fine.
All right, sweet. Yeah, well, thank you. But I was talking about the question.
God. On the point of
too many dad jokes today. Have you noticed that?
Way too many.
That's all right. There's at least one more.
On the point of spoiling our kids, I have this memory of I guess a thought that just came through of how things would go. I feel like early on we did buy a lot of stuff, and then as the years gone by, we kind of realized that it was unnecessary. We don't buy as much, but I have memories of my niece and my nephew, but my niece in particular, getting presents, and like she'd have all her friends hanging around and all the family hanging around, and she'd open one. She would already have this, and then she'd just throw it to the side.
God.
Dang.
And then, I'm not trying to be shitty to her, but I remember this going on, and then like she'd go, okay, like that kind of attitude to every gift. Which, it was hard to watch being a grown up and but at the same time, I'm like, better.
How old was she?
I don't remember. Probably.
She knows better than.
But at the same time, I remember my daughter opening presents and being like, like a little less than thrilled.
Yeah.
Next year we don't do 100 gifts, we do 75 gifts. And then the next year we don't do 75 gifts, we do 50 gifts. And now it's like, hey, one big gift and maybe a vacation.
Yeah. Well, that actually brings me up to the point we've had to start telling the kids, like, we won't get you as much because as you get older, your gifts get more expensive.
Yeah, we got to throw some shit away just to make room.
Right. So like, my oldest got a VR headset for Christmas last year. And so, we told him, like, might get like 2 or 3 things outside of that, homie. But, that's because...
Does he use it?
He did a lot, obviously when it was first new, but now it's sort of gathering dust on my desk.
Because, okay, that's what... It's a mean VR headset. Sorry, it was a total tangent, but VR headset is like the same thing.
On this show.
I'm not asking for myself this time. But it's the same as a jet ski or a boat. Like, it's going to be a fucking blast for a week and a half. But my daughter, ever since we went to something at I think it was the Metallica karaoke.
My birthday.
Yeah, your birthday. She got to play with all these kids VR, and she brings it up casually.
Oh, it's legit, man. It's fun when you play it. He just doesn't play it as often. He's been working on his soccer skills lately.
Oh, right.
That's what he's been saying. Yeah.
Right.
Cool. Note to self: it sucks.
No, it's really awesome. But the games are kind of like he has the Beat Saber, which is kind of cool. And then another one's like tag, but you're a gorilla, and so like you have to pump your arms like on the ground to be able. So
that's cool.
Kind of interesting, but I haven't really seen anything outside of that.
It's like seeing in 3D.
Have your kids seen any gaming, or is there something y'all want to introduce them to?
Oh man! So we tried for the longest time to keep them away from electronics and TV. We wanted to go outside, play, do all that. But now it's just like, dude, you're fussy. Here, play this. So they do play.
That's how it happens.
There's toddler games. They love the duck game, the fire truck game, and something else. But they just basically take the same color rubber duck, put it in the same pond, or put a shape in it. So it's toddler games. It's helping them teach stuff. But yeah, they love doing that.
But more importantly, it's like, here, shut up.
Yeah, but the best part is they get bored with it and they do want to go outside and they do want to play with toys. And the same thing with TV. If they're getting fussy, they know they get to watch TV for a little bit and then, okay, it's time to get played or go play. Or they get bored of watching the show and they just go do something else. It's great.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
I don't know if that's normal or not, but we love it because it's like, oh, thank goodness we can turn this off.
My daughter is just now getting to a point where she comes around more often because she's bored of the game.
Yeah.
So good on your kids for so early being there.
Well, that's early. Give them another couple of years and then we'll see what happens.
Once they see the graphics on the PS5, it's fucking
Oh, dude. They haven't seen that yet. Right now, it's just the iPad and tablets and stuff and phones, and that's it. They do like video calling my parents, or their grand and grandpa up in Colorado, and like taking the phone and walking around the house. They love that.
Yeah.
Like all you see is up their nose and then what room they're in, and you can just hear everybody laughing. But it's a lot of fun. They love doing that. So yeah, totally off topic.
No, fun.
Yeah, we never do that.
I don't think we even had a topic. We haven't discussed topic. This is still stemming from the original question.
Well, kind of. I had talked something about sleep or something. That was question 2-ish.
Are we still going? We doing another question?
No, I mean,
No, one question.
This is funny. The show Peter's on. No, we did 2. We did.
We did the
question.
Welcome back to old dudes.
Yeah, we did
with memory.
Patience.
Yeah,
patience. And then I asked about the sleeping habits, and we got off onto that.
That's right.
So yeah, we did. We still did our 2.
It wasn't really announced that we'd be talking about sleeping habits. It was just sort of like.
Well, it was something that was touched on, and then I kind of just went with the flow of the convo.
We didn't really have a topic. We just kind of went with it.
Honestly, do we ever have a topic? Let's just be honest. No.
All right.
We just see what happens every show, and that's why our show is awesome, and people love to listen to us.
It's true. It's fucking bad.
Yeah.
All right.
So, that was good. I was just really curious, and honestly, again, like, I know even today tomorrow I'm gonna rethink about this, but I don't know. If you guys have never had that happen? Any of the questions? Like you haven't like gone back and rethought about it, or like, oh yeah, this is actually really good.
There's so much to think about.
I forget about this place as soon as I get in my car.
Oh, thank God.
That's
Dick.
You know what I do get after we do these shows? I could probably leave this for off the show. Night out drink. You hang out with a bunch of people. Very, very social thing. Whether you not get drunk, but very social. The next morning, you go, what all did I say? What all did I say?
Okay, hold on. Let me stop you there. One, no. I'm hilarious and I'm a great storyteller. Two, that has been with you as long as I've known you. I think that is a strictly between us three. That's a strictly you thing.
No, fair.
I know there are other people that have that, but Jesus, you constantly double check yourself. Like, oh God, what?
And now I'm recording it, so
well,
right.
all right, hold on. Let me. You're on one side of the fence. You're on one. Let me right down the middle.
Okay.
What the fuck is wrong with you, Justin? Like, no, I'm just totally kidding. No, I do that too, but mine's not, oh, what did I say? It's more of a, man, I should have thought about this more. And now that I'm thinking about it, I should have said that. But
there are times when I'm like, oh, you know what? I should have said
I had a better answer.
Yeah, better answer.
I get that a lot. So especially when we re-listen to them, I'm like, oh, wait, I had more to add or something.
Yeah. Well, shit happens.
Mm-hmm.
A lot. Especially when you have kids and it stinks really bad.
And your wife catches it in her bare hands.
I'm gonna buy your wife some gloves. That's
dude, for real. Right.
So gross.
And monogram. It'd be really nice.
Oh God, you know what we need?
Slogan for the end of the show.
We need an outro.
Outro? No, that's not what it was.
Something. It doesn't matter.
Sign off. We need a sign off.
We need a sign off.
Thank you guys for joining us this week. We'll see you again in 2 weeks for the next show. Second half of season 1.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.